Before I came in, gosh, I could completely forgotten what Premiere was. So now that I'm using it on a weekly basis, that's incredibly helpful. The biggest thing is that I became a student manager for the digital video unit, experimenting with different short form videos, and I've done Snapchat takeovers for outlets and have done that on a freelance basis. I've definitely doubled down on the amount of time management I have had to pick up over the past few months because I'm still freelancing while I'm in this program and got to make the deadlines on all sides. I'm getting ready for my thesis trip to Cuba, so I will be going to the Havana Film Festival and attending as a member of the press. Well, I knew this was the biggest film festival on the island, and I've always had an interest of going to Cuba. Part of the reason why I chose to study Cuban cinema is my background. My parents are both refugees, so I really wanted to see where they grew up, and I've been dying to go, but I never really had an excuse to go. My grandmother still has all of her family there, so be able to meet a lot of them for the first time. I wasn't exposed to very much Cuban cinema growing up. It just wasn't readily available. So it's out of both personal and journalistic curiosity that I'm going. Not too many places that would send me on assignment to go to a film festival in Cuba. That was kind of the impetus behind picking it as my thesis project. And I want to look at Cuban cinema through the scope of what's going on now with both the changing economic tides and the amount of digital equipment that is coming onto the island. I really started getting into it after writing a piece about this film series that was happening in Brooklyn. That was a retrospective actually on the golden age of Cuban cinema, which is a lot of the films that came out in the 60s and played in art houses and things like that. Before the revolution, the Cuban film industry was very sporadic, and it mostly was a lot of Mexican co-productions or productions with some Americans coming over to film it as like a nice backdrop. So now I'm curious to see what the digital revolution has done to Cuba, and has it hit there yet, and what effects might it be, and what would it turn into?